Good morning and welcome to another episode of Naumburg Law Live. I hope everybody is doing well on this Tuesday morning. And I'm so pleased to be here with Nancy Yarbrough. Good morning, Nancy.
Good morning.
And we are here to talk about the Volunteer Lawyers Birmingham program, which Nancy has been the executive director for several years now. Nancy, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And if you would, just tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about the program.
Great. So thank you. I'm thrilled to be here. Volunteer Lawyers Birmingham, what we do is we provide free legal assistance to people who are low income and just can't afford access to justice. So in Birmingham, the poverty rate is about 25%. So about 1 in every 4 people can't afford basic needs like clothing and housing. So when they've got a legal issue, being able to afford an attorney and being able to get into court to resolve those issues is just out of reach. So what we do is we've got programs and we encourage attorneys to volunteer with us and help the many people that need help.
Okay, well, very good. Well, let's talk about where we are today.
Okay.
Where are we and what's going on today with your team?
So we are in Cooper Green Hospital. One of our programs is to help homeless folks, people that are experiencing homelessness. And the number one goal is to resolve legal barriers so that they're able to get a home, get a job, and be productive citizens. So we're here having a what we call legal help desk. We have seen about 10 people already.
And it's 10:02 a.m.
10:02. And so by the time we're done, we'll probably see between 15 and 16 people. Every year we help about 3,500 clients. So that's a lot of people, but estimates range that at least anywhere between 15 and 20,000 folks in the Birmingham area have an unsolved legal issue that is prohibiting them from turning their lives around. So we'll be helping people today mostly get rid of old fines and fees on their records so that they can get an ID and get on the road to recovery.
Wow. And the people who are here as part of your team, are they lawyers? Are they part of the staff? Are they volunteers? How can people get involved?
Well, a little bit of both. And we are truly fortunate in Birmingham to have such a great legal community. The ordinary citizen out there knows about 3 or 4 lawyer jokes, but the one they don't know is that lawyers routinely give away their services and skills for free to help people that have no way to get into the court system. So today we've got, by the end of the day, we'll have about 5 attorneys that are volunteering their time here to help people experiencing homelessness. We've also got a staff member here besides myself that is helping check in people and provide support. And then we've got some students, law students that are helping out too.
Very good. Well, we will certainly put in the comments section the links not only to the VLB website, but how lawyers, or I don't know, can non-lawyers also participate in some way?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We're a nonprofit, so I don't think in the almost 5 years that I've been here that I've said no to anybody wanting to volunteer. So we had more than 550 attorneys do something with us last year. So that is fantastic. If you go to vlbham.org, you can get information on how to volunteer, and you can instantly plug into one of our 20 help desks a month. So although we're here at Cooper Green right now at the very same time, we've got another help desk that's going on in the Woodlawn neighborhood at Hayes School. So we're helping folks there. Every week we've got 2 other help desks at the Jefferson County Courthouse, one at the Domestic Relations Courthouse, a special bankruptcy help desk.
There's plenty of opportunities.
So there's plenty of opportunities to both volunteer and to get help. So if you're checking in and you're an attorney, we would love to have you. If you're checking in and you're a client, if you go to our website, it'll explain what type of issues we can best help with and where you should go and what you need to bring.
Very good. Well, I know that my brother David and I volunteered over the last few years few times a year. We look forward to more opportunities. Usually we're at the courthouse, which I suspect is the most popular place for lawyers to volunteer?
It just really
varies.
depends, but we
Yeah.
certainly appreciate both of the numbers
Sure,
at the
sure.
courthouse. So
And I know that our work comp section has made a big push in the last
Yes.
couple of years to
Yes.
also participate. But maybe I wonder if those who are volunteering know about the satellite locations, and maybe we ought to get the word out to the attorneys that you don't have to just go to the courthouse.
Right.
That they're needed here at Cooper Green, at Woodlawn, at Hayes School, and the other places.
at the U.S. District Bankruptcy
Mhm.
Courthouse. So we've got other programs too that you
Sure.
can plug in. In November, we're going to have a special Veterans Will-a-thon, a will clinic just for
Very good,
veterans. And
very good.
we've got now we've got a twice a month Veterans Help Desk at the VA Medical Center that you can plug in.
Oh,
But one of the
outstanding.
things that you said, Bernard, that's
Mhm.
really important, if you're an
Mhm.
attorney out there, he said the workers' comp section
Mhm.
volunteers. Well, most low-income people, most of them are not going to have a
Right.
workers' comp issue, but we try to structure our program so even if you don't specialize in the issues that this particular
Mhm.
client will have, we have information here as well as training and pleadings,
Mhm.
as well as a staff member at every help desk so that you're able to plug in an
Mhm.
area of law that might not be your daily practice.
Right, and that's when we've noticed. I'm gonna say good morning to Mitch out in California, and to Major. Thank you guys for watching and sharing. And if anybody who's watching this live or later on the replay, if you have questions or concerns, just throw them into the comments section. We'll make sure we get them routed to Nancy or the right person. But what I was going to say is that David and I, who handle work comp and Social Security and some personal injury, we haven't seen or dealt with any of those issues. We've dealt with landlord-tenant disputes. We've dealt with bad car titles or bad purchases of cars. Gosh, I could just, I think we had one where there was somebody who had many parking tickets that maybe they didn't realize that was their responsibility because it was another person's car. But anyway, it's a whole myriad of issues that you never know what you're going to get. But when you go to the help desk where we've helped out at the courthouse, there's a staff of people there. There's going to be a line of people who are waiting for their appointments. And we may not be able to answer all of their questions in that immediate 15 or 20-minute consultation, but the idea is to help them and at least figure out what's the next step. Because I know there's forms that we fill out, and I know each person that I've ever dealt with, they're so appreciative just to have the time. And even if you as the lawyer can't answer all the questions or fix whatever the issues are, just giving of your time, I think, is just so vitally important to the people who need the help.
Agree. Attorneys have the keys to the kingdom a lot of times and have special powers and are able to do things that the normal citizen isn't able to do. And just sometimes a phone call by an attorney gets results that somebody who had been making that phone call themselves for months just could not get. So with our help desk, we encourage people to come and we will see them. And then we either encourage them to come back and we help them resolve their legal issue, or we will try to find an attorney that will take their case pro bono and help them for the duration. We've also got relationships with some of the judges. Not only are the lawyers fantastic in Birmingham and Jefferson County, but we are blessed to have an absolutely fantastic judiciary. And in domestic relations court, Judge Patricia Stevens, who's the presiding judge, helps us do a special court for people that can't afford attorneys. So we help them get their divorces and resolve their family law issues right there. Additionally, Judge Sparks, the Birmingham Municipal presiding judge, he runs a special court for homeless folks called Turning Point. So if you had, say, a fine or fee from 10 years ago because of interest charges and failure to appear in court, it's now from $100, it's $1,000. You cannot pay it. You cannot get a license because you've got this fee against you. Judge Sparks will hear the client's case and he'll do something special for them. Like, for instance, he had a mom and she owed some money and she had done everything she needed to do to get her life back on track. And so what he sentenced her with was reading to her children. And she brought proof that she read to her children, and he went ahead and helped her and resolved her case. So
It's
that was just a win-win situation.
outside the box thinking, helping
Right.
these people better their lives a little bit.
Right.
I want to say good morning to Cece and to Mark and to Joey. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm with Nancy Yarborough, who heads up the Volunteer Lawyers Birmingham program. It's a fantastic pro bono opportunity for lawyers to just give back to the community. There's many places here in the city, including where I am, Cooper Green Hospital. Today with Nancy, you can volunteer at some schools, with veterans, at the courthouse, domestic. There's many opportunities. What's the phone number if someone wants to call in, either as an attorney who wants to get into the system and start volunteering, or as a potential client of the system? How do we get in touch with us?
The number one way to get in touch with us is to go to our website, and it's brand new. It literally just launched a week ago, so everything on there is up to date and current. It's VLB, Volunteer Lawyers Birmingham, BHAM, VLBHAM.org, VLBHAM.org. If you have any issues with the website, or if you have a question after that, you are more than welcome to call us. It is 205-250-5198. We're also on Facebook. We post every day on Facebook. So we do answer instant messages from Facebook. So if that's your communication vehicle of choice, we're there for you.
And we'll put all those links in the comments. I want to say good morning to Carol and to Jenny Q. Some of my friends from around the country are watching and participating with us today. Good morning, guys. Thank you. And I'm with Nancy Yarborough with the VLB, the Volunteer Lawyers Program. Even though it says Volunteer Lawyers Program, I'm going to take an assumption that the average person who is in need of some type of services still equates lawyers with fees and expenses. I know that this program is a free service to people, but most folks don't. Explain what you normally tell people who are very shy or very limited in maybe in their thought process. I know somehow this is a trick. I know somehow this is not as good as it is advertised.
It is. It's sometimes hard to believe, but if you're low income, and what that means is if you're at 125% of the poverty level, which of course means nothing to anybody, but what it means is if you're living in a household by yourself, that means you're bringing in less than about $14,000 a year. Family of four bringing in less than about $30,000 a year. So once you go ahead and qualify for the program, we get you with an attorney immediately. And we're the only program in the state that provides immediate access to attorneys, because we've got these help desks going on all week at all these various locations. You literally can call or go to our website on a Monday and pretty much be in front of an attorney on Tuesday. With that said, I try to encourage people to not wait, not sit on your rights. You are much more likely to have a better outcome to a case if the immediate, as soon as you realize there's a problem, come and find us and come see us. Don't wait to the day before you've got a court case, because by then the ball's sort of rolling, and it's rolling in reverse against you. So try to deal with your issue. And that's especially true with one of our number one issues, which is fighting evictions. We have traditionally very poor housing stock in Birmingham. It's hard for folks to be able to afford an apartment. And when they do, we've got a lot of good landlords out there. We've got a lot of landlords out there that might need a little help being good.
You're being generous, but yes.
And so if you are having an issue with your landlord, you've got to come see us immediately, because once they get that eviction process started, it's hard for you to keep up. And the number one thing is you can't stop paying rent no matter what your landlord does to you. We can help you get it back, but once you stop paying, they have cause for eviction.
Yeah, and that seems to be, and I think I may have mentioned that that's probably the most common problem that I've dealt with the times that I've volunteered.
Right.
Nancy, I know how busy you are. I know you've got folks waiting on you right outside this door, so we're going to wrap up in just
Thank
a
you.
second. Guys, I'm talking with Nancy Yarborough. She heads up the Volunteer Lawyers Birmingham program. It's been going on, what, 20 years?
Yes.
20 odd years?
Yes.
And it really is a fantastic service that not a lot of people take advantage of. Whether you're a lawyer wanting to volunteer your time and give back, or you're somebody who's a potential client of this service, you really ought to check it out. We'll put all the contact information in the comments section. Nancy, in closing, I want to maybe, why don't you share with us whether it's the motto of VLB or something that's commonly known within the staff about, I guess, your outlook toward helping folks.
Well, our outlook towards helping people is just to do everything we can to get people on the right road to turning their lives around. We treat people with respect. Our number one motto is if you come see us at a help desk, you're going to receive service as if you walked into the top law firm in Birmingham. And because there's such fantastic attorneys in Birmingham, you might actually see one of those attorneys like Bernard here that are at some of the top firms in the city who will be more than willing to give their all to help you resolve your issue.
Thank you, Nancy. And in closing, I'm going to challenge my friends and colleagues who watch this or know about the program to volunteer. It takes 2 minutes to sign up. It's a couple of hours of your time once or twice a month, and you'll appreciate it when you get finished and be glad that you did. Thank you again, Nancy.
Thank you.
Guys, this will conclude today's episode of Naumburg Law Live. We come to you at 10 o'clock every Tuesday when we can, which is almost every Tuesday. We appreciate your few minutes, and all my friends and colleagues from around the country chiming in. I really appreciate the support. I just saw that Sue Chef is here. Thank you, Sue. All right, guys, this will be it for today. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and we will catch you another week next Tuesday of Naumburg Law Live. Be well.